Hi, welcome to Knit with Hannah. I'm Hannah. I'm here today to talk about 5 quick knits you can knit before Christmas. Hi, welcome to Knit with Hannah. I'm Hannah. I'm here with Knitting Natter to help you learn to knit the easy way. We are talking about Christmas gifts today and what can you knit before Christmas. So last week we had just a little chat about how you can plan what you want to knit. So let's talk more in depth today about what you can knit. Now, this is going to be fun because you can say, well, I'm a knitter who can knit a jumper in a week. Well, that's fine, go knit a jumper. But if you're not a knitter who can knit a jumper in a week, then maybe you need to knit other things too. So I'm just going to give you 5 items I think I love to knit and give as gifts, and it will make your knitting time a lot faster and a lot easier. I have one tip for you at the end. Make sure you stick around for that. It's going to make the task of knitting all of those gifts even faster. Okay, do subscribe if you're not subscribed already. You can go and find last week's video. You can find all of the videos that I'm coming up with in the next few weeks, all about knitting for Christmas. So we're going to have great fun over the next few weeks. So hit subscribe and the little bell so you get notifications as well whenever a new video comes up. I'm here every Tuesday, every week with a new video. All right then, the top 5 knits that you can knit for Christmas. Well, the first one is hats. You may realise this because of how many hat patterns I have in my pattern shop, but I love knitting hats. I love designing hats as well. I was wearing hats as a child and I began sewing and knitting and designing my own hats as a teenager, and I didn't stop wearing hats. With curly hair, it was a bit of a bad heyday, easy option. And my hair would go everywhere and become frizzy all around the year. So I just loved wearing hats. It was something that made me me. So I love knitting hats, and I think knitting hats for Christmas is a really quick knit too. It's great because you can knit them for all of the family. You could even sit there and say, right, my sister, my brother-in-law, and their 2 children will all have hats. They could all coordinate. They could all have pom-poms. They could all be with matching colours, and you could have great fun with that. And if you're a knitter who needs a week to knit a hat, then take a week to knit a hat. If, like me, I've knitted so many hats in the past, I can knit a hat in an evening, then go for it. How many could you fit in before Christmas? Just loving to knit hats is something about me, and I'm sure that you will love to knit hats too because so many people wear them, so many people want them, so many people buy them. It really is an easy option if you want to knit a Christmas gift. So you know by now that I love knitting hats. Did you gather that? My other love when I'm knitting small things for gifts is fingerless mitts. I get great praise from them whenever I sell them and whenever I gift them as well. So fingerless mitts means that your fingers are free. It means that you can also cover the thumb or not if you want to. You can, customize the pattern to choose to suit what you want. And I love fingerless mitts because you can hold a coffee, you can pay for something in a shop, you can get your keys out of your handbag without having to remove your mitts or your gloves. It makes life easy. Now, I live in the UK, so it doesn't get extremely cold, but if it does get colder in January, February, then I can put a pair of gloves underneath them and I still have my fabulous mitts showing for everyone to see. I have them in various colours and I just kind of switch between them depending on which outfit I'm wearing in the winter. You know, one to match that scarf and one pair to match another scarf and hat, that kind of thing. So I love fingers mitts. They do take longer than a hat to knit, but if you want to go that extra mile, then it'd be really nice just to take a few days, a few evenings, maybe a week, 10 days to knit a pair of fingerless mitts, just as a I love you. I hope you can enjoy these just as much as I do. Okay, now number 3 is a really quick knit. You can sort this out quite quickly, and it's knitted decorations. Now these seem quite expensive and luxurious because they're handmade, and if you buy them in a shop, a knitted decoration might cost you more than a plastic one or even a glass one because it's unique, it's individual, and I give Christmas decorations to various people at Christmas because I know that they're going to sit there and go, oh, that's really nice, let's put it on the tree now. And then they'll get it out year after year after year and reuse it and think, oh, Hannah knitted that, Hannah made me that, Hannah gifted me that. It just is a really nice, unusual gift, and it's quick to knit because there's very little wool involved in such a tiny object. Find yourself a nice pattern and really enjoy the process and see which colours you can use to make it kind of really Christmassy and exciting for whoever you want to gift it to. So the fourth thing is cowls. Now I'm choosing this because cowls generally knit up faster than scarves. You could take 3 weeks to knit up a scarf. You could take 6 weeks to knit up a scarf. But cowls, especially if it's a small one that's really cosy around the neck, can be quite quick. It may only take 1 or 2 balls of yarn, and I would say that it's a much better option than putting a scarf on the list. So go for a cowl instead. Just have a look in my pattern shop for the options that are there. They are quite small, quite tight, quite close to the neck. I'm sure you'll find patterns all over the place as well. But I really do think that knitting a cowl for a gift is a great option. It will cost you maybe a little bit more in the yarn than it would for a hat, but it's definitely worth it because especially there are people out there who just won't wear hats. So go for it. That is an option if you want to knit something that's just a bit larger but not too big. So number 5 is face flannel. Knit up a face flannel or washcloth with cotton yarn. You may need 50 grams and you could knit 2 or 3 of them. Maybe switch up the colours so you've got a little mixture of them. If you're knitting them for 3 or 4 people, you can use maybe 4 balls of yarn and you'll have enough for everybody. Purchase some nice bars of soap maybe to go with them and you're done. It's a really nice eco-friendly option. You know, instead of using face wipes to remove makeup or anything, I actually use a flannel, a washcloth and water. I have really sensitive skin, so I struggle using soap, and it's fine just using a flannel with some exfoliation on it. As long as there's a texture on the flannel, it's fine, and then it's done. I'm organised, I'm ready for the day, and it is eco-friendly. It's reusable, so it really is a nice idea in the 21st century to gift that kind of thing. Maybe suggest that people's ideas change if you want to be the kind of person who pushes the boundaries a bit. Right then, I promised you 2 tips at the beginning. How are we going to make these knits quicker and easier and faster? Because we haven't got much time left. Well, the first tip is, of course, to use chunky yarn or even super chunky yarn because you'll knit it so much faster. Your needles are bigger, your yarn is thicker, which means your stitches are larger and the thing grows faster. I love knitting a chunky hat in an evening. So quick. And if you're thinking, I really love to knit fingerless mitts, that looks so complicated, find a pattern for chunky mitts instead. And you will have a much faster knit from start to finish. So the second tip I have for you is to knit patterns that you've knitted before. You'd be surprised how many things you've knitted in the last few years to say, that was a small one, that was quick, that was a small one, I love that pattern, that was brilliant and I loved wearing it, I wore it all through the last winter. Just those patterns that you've utilised before, you'll kind of remember as you go and think, I did that wrong last time, I have to remember to do it correctly. Just those little things that will make it a faster, quicker knit for you to implement before Christmas. Thank you for joining me this week. I hope you've enjoyed it. Like I said, we are going to continue talking about Christmas knitting over the next few weeks. So do hit the subscribe button and make sure that you click on the little bell so you get notifications. We will have great fun talking about Christmas knitting over the next few weeks. Just remember, if you want, I've still got the link in the description. There is a Christmas knitting planning guide that you can download. It's just a cheat sheet to help you get everything set up and organised so that you don't have to think about, oh, I was going to knit that, but I can't find the yarn. So it's all there and ready for you before you start knitting. Okay, I will see you again next week. Bye for now. Happy knitting. Let's talk about knitting for Christmas, shall we? We want to make sure if we're knitting for other people, if we're knitting gifts, that they're loved and cherished for years to come. I've got a new weekend workshop for you. This isn't going to teach you how to knit. This is going to teach you how to put the foundations in place before you start knitting, because planning what you knit, making sure you get the colours, the sizes, the actual item that you're knitting right, means that people will love and use them, wear them for years and years to come. I've got 4 videos for you. We're talking about colour, size, novelty, and then I've got a video full of extra tips just to make it perfect. And then I've got a bonus video all about colour duets, knitting in pairs. And this isn't about getting advanced with Fair Isle or Intarsia techniques. This is about using pairs of colours in the basics, the foundations of knitting. I do hope I'll see you on the inside. Follow the link below. You can get even more information if you follow that link. I will see you again soon. Bye for now. Happy knitting.